this one we are going to talk about perspective, and perspective you are going to need it if you're going to be serious about drawing and designing character environment. It's really important for all. What you can do to get a straight line is go to your default brush here, take transfer off, shape dynamic off, then you can have hold shift, press first, then hold shift, and then pick the dot, press, hold shift, pick the dot, and if you still hold shift it will continue down. If you release then it won't follow. So these are usually what I use to get a straight line if I'm not freehand. You can freehand, it's okay. Alright, so now we're going to talk about 1 point perspective here. Usually first thing that you need to know is you need to have horizontal line, which is right here. That's where the furthest point that you are going to, that's basically on the horizon, so that's the furthest you could see. And then you're gonna have to pick your vanishing point. Let's don't pick in the middle because that's gonna be too typical. So I move to the left or move to the right. I'm just gonna pick maybe a little here. That will be your vanishing point. And V, H, so you need horizontal line, vanishing point. Then you are going to need all these construction lines starting from there, either from below or from up top. Make sure that they all line up. It's not super accurate, is it? Gonna make the line thinner and just draw some, random line. Make sure they start from the same origin. So it's just gonna be roughly, so it might be slightly, off, not from the origin, but when you draw, try to make it super accurate. So there you have all these lines from the vanishing point. Then gonna name this H. Wait, what's this one? This is V, and this is H. This is line. So now we are going to excuse me. Actually, I'm gonna color all this line to make it green so that it doesn't. So I lock the layer. So it's easier to identify which is which when I'm going to start drawing an object in front of it. So now you're going to need to find the line for the ground. So you could maybe use the same color. Section it. So in this grid here, I'm trying to establish it as the ground floor, and when you have the horizontal line in the middle, it's more like a normal viewpoint, sort of when we look at the normal on the straight down to the horizontal line. Sometimes you have a horizontal line that are high. This will be bird eye view, but we're going to talk about that later. So we're going to move that here. That will be bird eye view, and this will be ant's eye view. So you can move it up or down, and anywhere in the middle you're going to have pretty much a normal viewport. So did I get it out? Yeah, right here. I'm going to talk about it next. So nope, turn that off. So number 1 is a normal POV. Number 2 is bird eye view. This is normal eye view, bird eye view. And then number 3, we're gonna it's gonna be a ant's eye view, or you're looking up. And on the bird eye view, you can totally move let's do another one here. You can totally move it off the grid or off the viewport, and it will totally be like flat down. The longer, the higher you move it up, this you see it as very flat. You can see, like, you know, very just the top of the building basically, right? And if it were compared to a landscape, you would just see, whoops, mountain and house, and the probably just the bottom of, why does it move there? Okay, so if I make the grid there, and extend this line further out, right, then you just see more of a bottom part of it. I mean top part of it, sorry. Say if I move that all the way up to almost the edge of this canvas here, then you're gonna see everything from the top down. Let's change that. So that will be like a bird's eye view. So it'll be super high and you can see everything just from the top. And then here you can, that is, I don't like that. That's way too much in the middle. But I guess that's okay. Let's do the roof here, right? And you can have like the roof, and then here kind of same thing. If you kind of make a warehouse or something, and in here it might be a different type of buildings. It's gonna be thinner, right? And then you're gonna see a bunch of roof of different houses or something. You can angle it a little bit. You can have some higher. Just make sure you follow the perspective line. And it's going to get smaller as it goes further out. Some more roof here. Right, and some are higher, some are lower. So you can see a little bit of windows, and another roof. You can just, you know, add a bunch of roof tile. Or, well, I'm going to show you the easy way to make some tile. So let's make another layer here. Gonna make tile 1, 2. Make sure you multiple it. And I'm going to make it smaller. You can make different kind of tile, whatever you prefer. Right? You can have a square tile, we'll be making the same thing. So I'm just going to make a copy of this. Put it up there. Make sure it's kind of lined up. And then can make another copy here. Flip it. Right, so you have one here. Make sure you line it up with the edge of the perspective of the roof. And just make sure you match it. Right, so now you have one roof tile, and then the second roof tile. There. And then, well, this is just pretty rough. Then you merge and erase it. You can even kind of make the cut on here. Maybe make this see a little bit of the roof. Right, and then you add another roof here. See balcony from the top. Then same thing here, you can add more. Right, going down, then maybe this another roof tile here, roof window. Just gonna go really fast here, so we have some maybe old school telephone pole, cable, right? Electricity cable. Make some sort of something hanging. No, let's delete that. Satellite dish, whatever you want to add it. Right. Maybe another additional attics here. That has to be follow the perspective also. But then yeah, if you move it all the way up, then you can only see a bunch of rooftop. It's got taper as it goes away. Gotta follow the perspective. Some roof may be higher, some roof may be, you know, taller, depends. But So there you have maybe some kind of a comic book frame or something. Right. So now that's a top. You move it up. Okay, now that's an extreme bird eye view. So you can see it from the up top. Forgot what I was going to add here. All right. So now we are going to. I'm not sure if that roof is. Maybe I'm gonna erase some of it a bit. You can add the same tile, different kind of tile. This tile may be coming down this way, right? Lift it up a bit. Okay.